Hi guys, my name is Adam and I'm living in China where I work as an English teacher. Today I'm going to show you my apartment. So this channel is basically teaching English tips, like tips for teaching English to kids and also living in China stuff. Today we're doing living in China stuff. I know right now because China is keeping the zero COVID policy and it's not very easy to come to China. There's probably less people that are flying to China for work, for study, to be a teacher. But regardless, if you're coming to China now or in the future, and you might be wondering what are houses like in China, or rather, what are apartments like in China? Because no one lives in a house unless you're rich or you live in the countryside. Then this video is going to give you an idea of what apartments are like. Okay, so let's have a look around. You can see it's a beautiful day today. The sun is pouring in the balcony. Let's start at the front door anyway. So this is the hallway, the elevator. Up there is the roof, and my neighbors live next to me here. So let's start with the hallway. First room over here is my office slash studio. Nothing very exciting in here. My computer, board games. This is where I film some video lessons, and also over here, because this wall is very light, I film some lessons for the children. This is a air cleaner, air purifier, air cleaner. I don't know. It cleans the air. Although recently the air has been super clean, so that's not been too much of a problem. Here is the rest of my complex. Here are the other buildings. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite a nice complex. You can see there's a lot of trees down there. There's a lot of space to walk around. Right now we're not allowed out. That's the gate there. So, but we are allowed to walk around the apartments, which is, cool. The desk is actually a standing desk. It can go up or down. And I have this straddle chair, which is cool. So living room, kitchen, dining room. Kitchen was one of the big draws of this place. Chinese kitchens are often quite small. Chinese people don't do as much cooking, or they don't need as much space to do cooking. So having this large kitchen was a huge plus for me. One of the cool things about this place, and one of the reasons that really sold it, was this oven. We don't often have ovens in China. We often have to make do with a small toaster oven. So having a full-size oven is very cool, indeed. Shall we see what I have in here? Hot sauce, pasta, beans, canned tomatoes, tea, popcorn. What I got in the fridge? Bread. I had a bread delivery yesterday. Standard. I have, luckily for me, because we're in lockdown, I have a fridge that is just crammed full of fish, and chips. There we go. So you can see this house is pretty big. It's quite large. One of the sellers was just to have this big space in the living room where I can play VR. This area here is the VR space, so that was also a big seller. But also it's just nice to have a big house. This is the landlord's TV. This is my TV. That's why there are two TVs. There are also two routers. This one is a normal router, or gaming router. This one is a VPN router. So this one actually puts out a signal that gets through the Great Firewall and the balcony. So this is the view on the other side. See, the streets outside are super quiet because no one's allowed out, but there are some people down there outside, and the rest of the complex. So yeah, one thing that was really sold me on this place was the amount of sun. The amount of sun that comes in, especially in the winter. The sun coming in here can just heat the whole house up. That's another thing. How do we heat this place? How do we heat it in winter? How do we cool it in the summer? Usually you'd have AC units in every room, and here they're actually kind of like a central heating, but it's not really central heating at all. Yeah, so each room has a control, so I can adjust it like that, which is yeah, really good. It gets very hot in summer, it gets very cold in winter. So one of the spare rooms here I've turned into a gym. I got some matting. I got some mats on Taobao. There was a bed in here that I had to throw in the other room. Jiu-jitsu dummy, recumbent exercise bike, and just weights and gears and stuff. So I come in here and I do yoga, I do weights. I just find it a lot easier to work out if I have the gear at home rather than having to go to a gym. And it's a good use for a room that would otherwise just have a bed in it. And the bathroom, pretty standard, pretty boring. And finally the bedroom. So this bed obviously looks weird. There's two beds here, kind of stuffed behind and also underneath. Looks weird, but it's comfortable. I do have another air cleaner, purifier thing in here that I have on when I'm sleeping. The air pollution the air's been pretty clean recently, so it hasn't been a big deal, but I like to have it on when I'm sleeping. Yeah, that's that. So, yep. So the house is a little big for one person, I'll grant that, but I'm comfortable here. And I like it, and it's not that expensive. I pay 4,000 renminbi a month. The reason that it's not that expensive is I'm not downtown. I'm a bit far out. I'm kind of in the suburbs. My school is a little far away from downtown, so I choose to live next to my school so that I don't have to commute a long distance. And my rent, if this apartment was downtown, it would cost a lot more. But yeah, 4,000 renminbi a month is a steal. Very comfortable here. So what else about renting apartments in China? I pay my rent every 3 months. It's usually 3 or 6 months. I pay my landlord directly using Alipay. I was thinking of a video explaining WeChat Pay and Alipay because those are the kind of main ways that I literally haven't had any cash in my hand since I came back last year. It's WeChat or Alipay. I also, when I moved in, the landlord helped me set up to pay the bills using Alipay. So he showed me how to set up. I pay my power, gas, and water using Alipay. So it's all very easy. So how do you find an apartment in China? It's really easy. It's really super easy. You choose the area you want to live in, and you walk around until you find a real estate agent. They have real estate agents everywhere. You can see their office. It's on anywhere there's some shops on a main road. You can find a real estate agent. You walk in and tell them how many bedrooms, how much you want to pay, which area you want to be in. They have computers with all their listings on, so they can search. If you say, I want a 1 bedroom place, I want a studio apartment, I want to pay less than 3,000 a month, they can search on their computers and they can show you some apartments, and it will have pictures of the apartment, the location, the floor plan. And if you like what you see, you can just go see. You can go visit the apartment and have a look at it for yourself. The way I found this apartment was actually, I had a real estate agent in my WeChat. It was one of my students' parents. And she just sent me these listings. She sent me links where I could just look at the house. It would tell me the rent and it would tell me the size. And there's a video of a walk around video. And I think I visited twice before I decided that this was the place to move. Another reason to get this apartment was that I knew lockdowns could be happening, and I wanted to be, if I was going to be locked down somewhere, I wanted to be comfortable where I was. So right now we're a week into a lockdown. It may go for another week. I'm well stocked up, so everything's fine. I guess I should probably do a video about being locked down in China, right? Would that be interesting? I think that would be interesting. What do you think? Yeah. I'll do a video later this week about being locked down in China.